Jimmy Reed, shame, shame, shame. This goes out to me. No one requested it. It's just Jimmy Reed. He's bad. He's blues. He's early blues. This is who Elvis, Billy Gibbons, Keith Richards, all them cats refer to. Standard tuning. Ready? Let's do it. Yeah, so let's, what do you say, let's jump right into it. You've heard this type of thing, every blues player has used it, but man, this is a legend. Jimmy Reed, if you're a blues guy, you gotta go back, Born in 1925. Ready? Blues is just the blues, it's amazing. So on this beginning here, we're running through some major chords. See? Once you get one concept, you're pretty much going to use that for the next two spots. And then the ending is a little different, then we kick into the main riff. So we're going to go, this is an E major using an F major shape or form. But before we get to it, we need to slide to it. That's how we're going to get to it. 12th fret on the D, third finger, slide it up a whole step sharp. That gets us up to fret 14. Once you're there, leave it down. We're going to drop to 13 G, middle finger, and then bar on the 12th fret, E and B. So, and by the way, the F major chord, which is typically played here, is one that sometimes beginners just skip because they get so frustrated with the bar factor and having to lay this flat. They may get that and then they drop these down and it pulls the bar up, vice versa. Work towards this. It doesn't matter what part of the skin, as long as you can get it barred and keep these two, you know, solid and hear 4 strings. So we're going to slide up to 14, drop them down like I said. So once you get there, up, down, up, down. That's your beat. You want to memorize that beat, get used to that beat because we're going to apply it over 2 more chords. So the next one is a B major. We got to do the exact same concept, grab the note a whole step flat from that, which is fret 7 on the D, but do the exact same thing. We're going to pick, slide to 9, drop this to 8, bar the 7th fret now, but do the exact same rhythm with your strum hand. And then we're going to do the same thing again, but this time we're dropping another whole step flat to A major. So we have E major, B major, and A major. Alright, so if you got these, you're going to get this. Start on fret 5 on the D string with your slide and do the exact same thing. Up, down, up, down. Middle finger 2G, slide to the 4th fret. Leave it down as a hold. Drop your 3rd finger to the 4th fret on the high E and go down up on the high E. Or up down actually. Doesn't matter. Hit it 2 times. I go up down. Then take this shape, which is like a 7th form shape, and move it a whole step flat over here to 2G and 2E. Go G down, up down on the E. So we have, now we can kick into the rhythm. So that's our intro to the rhythm. Then we're going to get into this, which every blues player has used something. If it's not this exact pattern, very, very similar, and even non-musicians recognize it. It's the blues. Open E, 2A. Once you get this beat or this concept, it's pretty much going to get you through the whole part. Open E, 2A twice, and then do the same thing, open E, 4A twice. I noticed first finger, third finger, pinky's going to handle the next one, which is fret 5 on the A, played along with the open E. So we have them in twos, right? 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then I'm also leaving them down as I'm ascending. There's a reason for that, because we're going to go back and grab some of these notes. So it's better to leave them down. Anything behind the note that you're going for is not going to matter. Okay, it's not like you're going to mess up by leaving these down. It's picking up your furthest note up, so, or fret. So now we're going open 4, open 2, and then open 5. It's the basic concept. Now remember, it wasn't exact articulation, spot on played that exact same sequence every single time. But you got to have a guide to follow, and that's what I'm bringing to you guys right now. Which would be your melody. Alright? Keeping that with the low E. And then start it over. Okay, so that goes through several times. I notice when the vocals come in, it just goes to open 2 twice, open 4 twice. It runs through that a couple times, then goes back to the one you just learned. So you can, I wanted to say that because I want to kind of give you a few of the examples that's brought in here, which would just be do that a couple times, then run back to this one. Now we're going to take the same exact concept, drop it down a string each, open A, 2 D, and now we're playing on string 5 and 4, the A and D string, nothing on the low E. So as far as explaining it, just copy what you just played on the E and A string. Alright, which would give you this, and it's going to be 2 times through. Then, guess what? You're going back. It's called a 1-4-5 progression in music. Very familiar to the ear, right? So open E, 2A. We're going to go through that progression. And we're going to go through almost 2 times, and then we're going to grab a fret 5 on the low E. So we'll go. Or 3 on the E, it doesn't matter. But we're going to cut off 1 note off that second time, which would be the open 5. We're going to lead off from the open and the 2. Instead of doing this, we're going. Or what we're doing is sliding up to a B major using the index finger. I'm just going to say fret 5, but you may want to do 3 because you're going to be closer to it. On the album, it sounds like fret 5 to me. Now we're moving that up a whole step to the 7th fret. Once you get there, instantly bar all 6 strings. So, you know, you heard me earlier on the intro talking about barring 2. If you can't do that, then you want to work towards getting that, and then string by string eventually being able to bar all of them. So I'm barring everything on fret 7. We're going to 9A, 9D, and 8G. 3rd, 4th, 2nd finger, that's our B major bar chord, 7th position. 6th string for the root. We're going to strum it twice. Now what I suggest is eliminate the slide for a second if you're new with your bar chords and practice playing it as an arpeggio, which is just individually picking the notes within the chord and to make sure that they're clear. Alright? So after that we're going to go, what do we have? 10, 11, E, 9A, down up, 11A, back to 9A. Once again, you can leave that down. Or, because we're going back to it. Then, go basically do the same thing again, but instead of a B major, we're now playing a 5th position A major bar chord. Take this chord, move it back 2 frets. Barring fret 5, 7A, 7D, 6G. Strum that 2 times. And 8-9 on the E, 7-7 down up A, 9-7 A. So we have. So look for the consistencies, right? We have. Right? Right, and then end it with this. The very first part we did, or after the intro, and then start the second one, but just play the power chord end of it, the E5, which is open E, 2nd fret A, and then open A, 1A. It's a walk up to a B7 chord. So A sharp, B, middle finger fret 2 on the A string. Leave that down, and now we have to play the 7th chord part of it, which would be 1D, 2G, open B, and 2E. That's called a B7 chord. So we're doing a chromatic walk up to it. A sharp, B, then strumming. Down, up, down, up, down. So many progressions, man, do stuff like that. I mean, you can be like. That was done on Johnny Cash. Anyways, it's ridiculous hot out here, so I'm gonna go upload this. All right. Thanks, Mike Gross, for the request. Appreciate that. You're a first-time request. Actually, that's not true. I've requested a few on my own channel. Anyways, for you blues guys, don't be afraid to go back to the roots of the guitar players that have influenced you that may be more modern, and see who they listen to, because obviously it worked, because you like what the product was from their influences. I remember in the 80s just loving this band from Germany called the Scorpions, and Matthias Jabs, the guitar player, he's still phenomenal. He's a huge influence on mine. I love his melodic approach, his riff choice, his feel, his tone, just, you know, his riffs, everything. And I remember, you know, I thought, let me go back and research, you know, who he was influenced by, and then finding out he was influenced by Johnny Winter, who's another great blues player. And that's a good way to do it, just like Eddie Van Halen, influenced by Clapton, right? Go back and learn that. That's what they listen to, and look how they play now. Listen to how they play now. Just little words of advice from the RGL dude. All right. I do teach privately on Skype around the world, not just in California, not just in the United States. If that's something you're interested in, email me, rockinguitarlessons@hotmail.com and mike@rockinguitarlessons.com. Tag me on both those. Basically 60 minutes per week and 30 minutes per week is what I offer. I have a few students that do bi-weekly, that's fine too. And I have some students on hit and miss schedules, you know, that can't do a set day, set time, which is really what you want to do, if at all possible, which is what 95% of my students do. We work on any and everything, you know, stuff that you want to tighten up on and get solid. And, you know, for a lot of times it winds up being detail stuff, you know. You may have some nice chops, some decent playing, but it's sloppy, or why are you hitting this wall and not able to speed up and go to the speed that you're wanting to. It could be the littlest thing, or it could be something that's a technique that just you have to keep practicing. I can help you with that. If you are too busy for all those, I also offer what's called CVT lessons and CT lessons, custom video tablature and custom tablature. Basically, it's I do music transcription. Tablature is the form of music that I transcribe it by ear, write it down, so they're handwritten tabs, everything's timestamped, subgrouped, all that good stuff. And then I scan the tabs, send them to your email, and then record the accompanying video or videos. Upload those here to the channel. Anyways, if you're interested in that and reading up about it, you can email me. I have tutorials on this channel, or go to rockinguitarlessons.com. I have tutorials there. And that's right over there, rockinguitarlessons.com. No, just kidding. type it in. There's some tutorials. My wife teaches vocals as well. I do guitar and bass. And yeah, if you're interested, hit me up. Now you got the information. Be sure to subscribe, request. This channel's for you guys and me, you know, because I requested this one, right? Yeah, read. And share these through your social media outlets. I do appreciate it. And putting the word out there. All right, until next time, I'm Mike Gross. Some Jimmy Reed for you. All right, talk to you later.